Inter Milan get ready for another crack at the big prize. Will they get the win they need to get their campaign off to a flying start, or will their bubble burst over the course of the next 90 minutes? There is a massive sense of expectation emanating from this part of Milan. The giant arena bearing the name of perhaps the finest player ever to don the famous black and blue jersey. It is simply a gorgeous, gorgeous sight. As you can see, we've already started here. And he shoots! And it's a goal! They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, look at the manager here, he's absolutely fuming and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
Numero 17.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Well, that pass isn't the best. Eto'o, Adriano, that's a shade optimistic. And he's there to get it away. Inter Milan have got it back and they'll have another go. Bisek. Here's Roberto Carlos. He's found the way through. Oh, it's a searing run. He is a man on a mission. Roberto Carlos, not one to pass up the chance to run up the defence. He loves those duels.
Well, I thought that run...
And the shot! Oh, he's really drilled it. Paraguay with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Bisek can get it clear. And now they can spring out of defence. Eto'o carries the ball down the right. And the referee has brought play back and shown him a yellow card. It's a pretty loose pass. Rice, now it's Doku. Bergobi. Inter Milan are seeing plenty of the ball, but for now they trail. Bergkamp.
Inter really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Played back in, expertly cut out, really nicely done. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Paraguay clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
And the pass is intercepted. Zanetti. Nice bit of trickery. Great defending, strong and determined. Cambiasso. Roberto Carlos. Yes, ended up in no man's land. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. Roberto Carlos. And it's Zanetti. Bergkamp. And it's Eto'o. Well, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. It's a searching pass. Well timed, excellent interception. He's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. And he's only too happy to take that back. Cambiasso. It's Schneider. And this is Adriano. And it's Roberto Carlos. Pass somewhat off target. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Can he get it through? Schneider. Darwin. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
The most accurate pass. Doku. That has not gone well. Nicely intercepted. Eto. And that has left him in a heap. And this is Adriano. And this is Snyder. He's shifting from... Tries a shot! It's run with Roberto Carlos! And the keeper couldn't hold it. Oh, that was no routine save.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Roberto Carlos with the short one. No foul, says the referee. And now a sudden chance to counter. He might be in here! Oh, good determined running there, but one back by the defence.
Well, I appreciate the fact he's trying to make a difference, and if he carries on like that, he may well do.
That is good alertness. Foden is offering some sort of an apology there.
Ci sarà
He
un
made
minuto
it
di
look
recupero.
a bit predictable.
He's in plenty of space here. He's got away. Julio Cesar claims comfortably. And the first half is done. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
So off we go once more.
Inter can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Oh, well played, well played. And it's Rice. Zanetti powering forward here. And this is Eto. He's picked his way through. Cleared without complication. And he's done very well to take that back. And the ball's gone astray. Cambiasso. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Nunez with the foul. Darwin has been given his marching orders. He had already been on a yellow card from a previous incident.
Well, when the ref tells you you're going to get booked next time, you should listen.
Corner number 2 then. And that is doing no harm at all. Rice. The most accurate pass. Hernandez. Yeah, that looks a decent ball. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. Inter Milan still behind thanks to that solitary strike. Cambiasso. Bergomi. Michael.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Corner given. Inter Milan have their third corner. Defending of the desperate variety. And he's had it hot! Good hit, kept the keeper honest.
L'affluenza di quest'oggi è di 80.314 spettatori.
Down, but they're not shying away. Time is on their side and they're set on using it. Inter really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
This is a really front-footed approach.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
That tackle was certainly sturdy. And reclaimed it in a trice.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
And he welcomes shoots! Eto. He's somewhat off target. Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. Adriano. Eto. That pass isn't the best. Schneider. Back into the middle. Oh, that's a fine interception. Bergkamp. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Zanetti. That's a good run down the left. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 7, Schneider. Numero 11, numero 10. Lasciano il campo per il numero 20, il numero 21, il numero 32. Cambio di giocatore.
Neither of these two want to come off second best. Neymar receives it in a wide position. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, that's... He's having a shot! And that would have won it.
Well, he's clearly feeling that he could pretty much have the job done. He may well get another chance, you know.
Inter Milan have the chance to go the other way.
Paraguay nearly finished it off there, but now it's a case of waiting for the whistle.
Maicon makes the interception. There will be a throw-in. Zanetti. And it's Roberto Carlos. He is through here! This ended up in no man's land. And this is Arnautovic. Aimed beyond the defence.
Indica 2 minuti di recupero.
Flashes it across. Mbappe. Neymar. Goulet. Vieri. Oh, that is a nice touch. Looking to play him in. Plays it in low. It's not an especially good pass, that. That's going to go a long way. And that will be it. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only really meaningful moment. Intriguing for the neutrals, unbearable, sometimes unwatchable for those with a vested interest.
Ricordiamo a tutti I tifosi che sul maxi
Jim,
schermo
how do you reflect on what we've seen?
It's just a bad day at the office, Peter. They look below par in all areas, and it has to be cause for genuine...
Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. There is a massive sense of expectation emanating from this part of Milan. The giant arena bearing the name of perhaps the finest player ever to don the famous black and blue jersey. It is simply a gorgeous, gorgeous sight. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Michael, this guy, undoubtedly the centre of attention here for more reasons than just one. This is his 300th game.
Well, Peter, it's remarkable considering I still remember covering his first game, with you in fact. He really has come an awful long way, hasn't he?
Cambiasso. And it's Bergomi. And Bissek. Roberto Carlos. And it's Zanetti. And it's Bergkamp.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
It's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
And we have our very first corner. Serginho gets good distance on it. Adriano. And the shot! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Nicely spread. Great vision. Floated through. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Roberto Carlos. Still goalless. And it's Bergkamp. Now it's Eto'o. Facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. That pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. Nicked it back promptly. He's got plenty of space out wide here. He has found the way through. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
Cambiasso. Eto'o. Rijkaard. Oh, good spread. And it's Serginho. Zanetti. It's Schneider. He's found the way through. Looking for the run. Oh, he's found support out wide. He's had a shot!
And he looked every bit the assured keeper there. Really anticipated that well, didn't he? All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
And now a sudden chance to counter. It's a pretty loose pass. Rijkaard. Probing pass. He's intervened well there. Tries a shot! And he has kept it out somehow.
Forlan clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
This is their second corner of the game. They've played it short. Costa Curta. He's gone for goal! They've got to be quick to recover this. Rijkaard! Inter Milan have the chance to go the other way. And here's Neymar. Rijkaard. Denilson. Can he get it through? Julio Cesar frames Compton. Schneider. Zanetti. And here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. He's shifting through the gears here. It's still 0-0, but no shortage of effort. Denilson. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evidence annoyance. Yeah, it's Neymar! And it's come back out to him. Goal! Flamengo! And Flamengo take the lead. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune. Well, that's not the best attempt by the keeper, he's just paid the ultimate price, hasn't he? A 1-0 lead established.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
Cambiasso. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. He's got away! Decent chance! And that is certainly not what he had in mind. And that is out of play. And that's a goal kick. Roberto Carlos picks it up from the goal kick.
Il quarto uomo indica 2 minuti di recupero.
Rijkaard. Neymar niggles his way through. And there is the half-time whistle. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time, because in truth they've not really been at it so far. If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Nielsen providing an outlet on that flank. Cambiasso did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Cambiasso. And it's Zanetti. To Schneider. Guti. Vicious ball here. To Nielsen. Cambiasso. Schneider. And it's Zanetti. And it's Eto'o. Pass is just off target. Rijkaard. And he skips past his man. Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested. That has been slung wide. Oh, it's Bergkamp. Oh, well measured. And he's managed to get free. Shot at goal! Sticks it away! Inter are back in business. Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
And the first thing he's going to do here, Peter, is thank his teammate for the pass and put it on the plate for him.
Inter Milan have the equaliser, and we're all square.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
Maicon kept his eye on it, and he's there. Going to be disappointed with that. And this is Bergkamp. Not the most accurate pass. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Zanetti. Pressing high and with purpose. It's Schneider. Roberto Carlos. Oh, that's fabulous. Bit too much weight on the pass, and he's there to belt it away. Cambiasso, and it's Eto'o.
Yeah, we get to see this more and more, defenders popping up in these positions.
Ricky Puig. Here's Guti. Nielsen in acres of space out wide. What a throw in.
Attenzione, una sostituzione.
Cambiasso defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. And he's really put himself on the line here.
Attenzione, un cambio.
So, third corner of the game. And it's been taken short. Played in by Roberto Carlos. And the keeper gets his hands on it.
Flamengo really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Zanetti. Bergkamp. Zanetti. He's picked his way through.
Oh, great feat, that.
Oh, lovely feet. He is such a good mover. Looking to play him in. Well, the defence proved infallible then. But that won't be the last they'll see of him.
Well, welcome to the modern game. You get wounded as soon as you get the ball. You can't take time like that.
Still anyone's game, this. One moment can decide it.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for-it territory right now.
Bissek cuts out the pass. Lovely pass, but can he get there?
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
This ended up in no man's land. Schneider does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Rijkaard, cross goes in there. Michael gets it away.
Il quarto uomo indica 2 minuti di recupero.
Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. And he's done very well to take that back. Zanet. And that will be the final act. A good watch, a really good watch. Both sides toiling to try and outthink, outsmart each other. But it wasn't to be, and they're all square. And after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Yeah, this looked the most likely outcome, but we've had a good variety in this game.
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. Well, we're on the way. Well, Jim, in an era when we have plenty of high-quality goalkeepers, how would you rate the Brazilian Julio Cesar?
I think you have to have him up there as one of the greatest ever, Peter. You know, some may suggest he was more than that, but that's hard to say. 6'2", he may not have been the tallest, but in terms of command of his area, presence, speed off his line, I would say he was in a class of his own.
Kimmich, Beckham, and it's Ruben Neves. Here's Roberto Carlos. Short changes him with that pass. Cambiasso. Bergkamp. Can he get it through? Spread neatly. Adriano! That was superb goalkeeping.
Adriano actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of...
He's gone for goal. Decent hit and on target. He's set. Bergkamp. And it's Eto'o. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. He is through here. And he can clear it away. Still goalless. And he's let fly. Goal! Flamengo! First blood drawn. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
Flamengo have penetrated for the first time.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Great defending, strong and determined. He's picked his way through. And he's there to get it away. Mbappe, it's a good ball out wide. Now it's Saka. And he was alert to it. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Now it's Kluivert. Now, can they get him away?
Inter are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Big chance! It's hit the upright. Yeah, he's fouled him there. Roberto Carlos. To Schneider. Bissek. Cambiasso. And it's Maicon. Bergkamp. Bissek. Schneider towering forward here. Oh, really good feet. And he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. He's shaping up to have a crack from here. And this is a great chance to get themselves back square. Roberto Carlos! Well, the ball's run loose here. And it's hoisted clear. Flamengo upping the intensity here. He's gone for goal! And somehow it stayed out. Up towards the front line. Pass just lacking in accuracy. Ruben Neves.
Inter truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
This ended up in no man's land. Played back in. He's shifting and the finish! Roberto Carlos is there and he can get that clear. Closing in on goal. The referee's awarded a free kick.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
So the last big chance perhaps before half-time. Roberto Carlos! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Well, he's going to be pulled back for that one. Saka gets his final warning.
Well, I think the referee would have told him to rein it in or suffer the consequences.
Great reaction! Denied by a great piece of goalkeeping.
Absolutely terrific, terrific reflexes, goalkeeping at its very best.
Inter Milan with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Tar can get it clear. Kluivert looking understandably energised after his goal.
Indicados 2 minutos de acréscimo.
Zanetti. Well, Zanetti has been caught there, it's a foul. Saka did incur the wrath of the referee and deserved himself a booking in the process.
You just can't argue with the referee there, Peter. He spelled it out for him.
Oh, bang on target. And this could be the final action of the first half. Roberto Carlos falls short. Decent chance! Decent strike, kept it fizzing low. Corner number 3 coming up. And the half-time whistle goes. Very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
Here we go again.
Inter can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
And he's managed to get free. He's looking unstoppable. Schneider goes on a charge down the left. Tar. Now it's Saka. There will be a throw-in. That's fabulous. Zanetti. Bergomi cuts out the pass. Bergkamp. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Kluivert, well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. He's having a good look here.
Yeah, and I think it's a lesson to be learned in not conceding free kicks in this area.
Roberto Carlos! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Inter Milan still behind thanks to that solitary strike. Can he get onto this? Saka. And it's Bergkamp. Bergkamp proves just a little bit too strong.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
It's a pretty loose pass. Your impression so far, Jim?
Look, they may be one down, but they're not shying away. Time is on their side, and they're set on using it.
Roberto Carlos. Ruben Neves. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. And that is a little undercooked. Zanetti. To Cambiasso. Eto'o providing an outlet on that flank. Mbappe. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Nicely aimed pass. Bergkamp. And he's got the... Adriano! And that could come back to haunt them.
Adriano was already celebrating in his head and probably still can't process how the keeper denied him. What a stop.
Substituição no time do Flamengo. Camisa 7, camisa 90. Deixando o campo para a entrada de camisa 11. Neymar. Camisa 18. Teremos uma substituição.
Raul. And it's Eto'o.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Beckham was ultimately thwarted there, but it took a few of them to stop him.
It's admirable, but ultimately he didn't know when to look for support.
Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Eto. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, well played, well played. Oh, he's caught him there, it's a free kick. The final moments of a game that has been pretty compelling overall.
All they need is one big chance, and it may do the trick.
It could be in here. Arnautovic. Oh, he's got a sight of goal. It's in! Tying minutes, and we're all square again. And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
So all square with almost no time remaining.
It just goes to show you what determination can achieve. Okay, there isn't much time left, but if we have to find a winner now, there's no question who I'll be backing.
Roberto Carlos calmly anticipates.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw.
Foram indicados 2 minutos de acréscimo.
The most accurate pass.
Might want to be careful there.
And he's managed to gift it back. That pass isn't the best. And there's the clearance. And that is as far as it goes. So it's ended all square, both sides showing battling qualities and neither willing to give in. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Inter can always take more positives from a result like this. Yes, there is some tidying up to do, but some real promise too.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening.
Senhoras e senhores, pedimos que tomem conta de seus filhos durante a partida.
Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Just joining us, we are already on the way. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, this team could do themselves a real favour by getting the best out of this player, Kudus. He's such a powerful and intelligent runner. I wouldn't say he's a great crosser of the ball. For me, he needs to be in a more central role where he can make use of his strength, agility, dynamism, and all of that space around him.
I think the opposition defence agree too. He's going to be the source of so many of their headaches. Cambiasso running with the ball. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Bergkamp. Now it's Roberto Carlos. He is through here. Camavinga. Now it's Abraham. Oh, good read. Threads one in. Spread neatly. It is early, but the game hasn't yet sparked into life. That pass isn't the best. Kudus is offering some sort of an apology there.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Bisek.
That's really good.
Oh, they could be caught out here. That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. Roberto Carlos. And Bisek. Bergomi. For Cambiasso.
Well, it seems as if the message has been issued by both managers. Don't concede the opener.
Foot in. Castellanos.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Can he latch on to this? He's shifting through the gears here. And that's aimed into the middle. That has been knocked clear. Adriano. Aimed beyond the defence. He's picked his way through. Eto'o carries the ball down the right.
That's just playing it safe and simple. We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
Rodri. And here's Kudus. And it's Camavinga. Castellanos.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Great defending, strong and determined. Just coming up to the 30-minute mark. And the shot's on here. Good ball, good take. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Adriano. Into Milan and for a free kick. Roberto Carlos. Schneider. Tries to pass it through.
This is actually quite a courageous move, and I'll add ambitious and adventurous too.
It's a pretty loose pass. Roberto Carlos. Roberto Carlos made a search from fullback, as it turned out unsuccessfully. Oh, there's a probing ball. Eto'o gets a foot in here. driving forward. Bergkamp. Rodri. Half-time getting close now. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now it's Schneider. Kudus making good progress on the right-hand side. And it's Kudus. Knocks it out wide. Can he get it through? Castellanos receives it in a wide position. Castellanos has been caught there, it's a foul. Well, the ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances. Perhaps the final meaningful act of the first half. They're taking a moment to consider their options. And it's half-time here. Decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. Reflections on the first half?
Solid. Very solid, actually, Peter. They haven't made much of an impression at the other end, but defensively I think they've got an awful lot right, completely nullifying their opponents. Now they just need to focus on getting a little more creative.
So they head in no further forward. The score here, still 0-0. If you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Inter are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
Zanetti. Roberto Carlos. Zanetti. Cambiasso. Now it's Eto'o. And this is Bergkamp. There's no flag. Takes a shot! And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Terrific header! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it. Spread neatly. Ball's gone out of play. Castellanos! It's loose now, and they want it. It's fallen kindly here! And that is wildly off target. Kudus with the slide tackle there. Still waiting for the game to take off here. 0-0. Cambiasso. Well, no goals, but certainly no shortage of action.
Well, from an entertainment viewpoint, it's not the scoreline we would have wanted at this stage, although I'm not complaining about the commitment being shown. We've seen plenty of goal-mouth action.
Out to the right. Kudus in acres of space out wide. Roberto Carlos. Cambiasso. Bergkamp. Now it's Eto'o. And this is Bergkamp. Marquinhos wins the duel this time. Now looking to orchestrate a counter.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
Now it's Bergkamp. Eto'o. Bergkamp. Can he get onto this? Oh, that's fabulous. Camavinga. Bergkamp. It's Bergkamp! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Bergkamp really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Inter Milan with the corner, they're first. They've played it short. Cruzeiro have the chance to go the other way. He's had it nicked away. He's having a go! And that is doing no harm at all.
Well, that always looked a little ambitious for me, but still, at least he had the confidence to take it on.
He's got space here. Somewhat off target. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Well, no joy this time. Zanetti. Schneider. Bergkamp. Nice looking ball. Maicon cuts it out. Eto. That has not gone well. Rodri.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
And the shot! He scored! Finally, the deadlock is broken!
What a time to take the lead. But now comes the dilemma of whether you want to hold on or go for it again and try and extend your advantage. That's always been the harder option, in my experience.
A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball, and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
Cruzeiro have fired themselves in front.
You have to credit the desire we've just seen here, Peter, the desire to stick to your task and keep on chipping away. Some might have backed off, but not this lot. This is very impressive.
A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Cruzeiro clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
No, he's not getting past him there.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Played out wide. Now, can they get him away? Engages and forces him off the ball. Adriano.
Teremos minuto de acréscimo.
He's got a goal! We thought it was over! It's all square once more!
Gol marcado para a Inter. Camisa 10.
All square again into the dying minutes.
Credit where it's due.
So that's it. It is all over. So it's ended all square, both sides showing battling qualities and neither willing to give in. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Inter certainly had some good moments, Peter. There were plenty of encouraging spells that more should have been made of.
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, you've got to say the Nerazzurri certainly know how to create an atmosphere. 80,000 here in black and blue. The dress code is a strict one. As you can see, we've already started here. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, Peter, I would think that this fella Valverde's role is going to be so key here. He'll be tasked with pretty much doing everything from covering the back line to winning the ball back, triggering counter-attacks, providing outlets, pressing, as well as being a goal threat. In other words, pretty much everything.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. Vinicius Junior. Michael does well to get it back. Zanetti. Schneider. Great vision. Messi, he's got away, and Messi!
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Well, he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. And that's off target.
The moans and groans are predictable. He felt compelled to try.
Oh, somewhat off target. And he's managed to get free. Akanji, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Messi. Both starting the game at a pretty decent tempo. That pass isn't the best. Looking to play him in. Cambiasso. Neatly clipped into space. Real chance here. Davis did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Adriano. Great ball, and he's in here. Shapes to shoot! Inter Milan with the corner, there first. Gets his head on it! And now they can spring out of defence. That is good alertness. Looking for options for movement. Bruno Fernandes is offering some sort of an apology there.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Bruno Fernandes! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
It wasn't the best strike, to be honest, Peter. The pass might have been a better option there.
Plenty of endeavour from either side, but not much of it in the vicinity of either goal.
Well, it's certainly not a grab affair, Peter. It's had its moments.
Eto'o making good progress on the right-hand side. And this is Adriano. Akanji. Valverde, Bruno Fernandes, Flamengo looking to pass their way through. Bissett, and it's Roberto Carlos. Can he get it through? Oh, shooting chance! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Vinicius Junior deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Zanetti. Cambiasso. 0-0, but nevertheless a very decent game. Alexander-Arnold. Bruno Fernandes. Now it's Mbappe. And it's Valverde.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
Maicon did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Eto'o has it out wide and in space. It's Maicon! It's loose now and they want to get it back. He's having a go! Loose ball now and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Oh, he's been caught on it here! Well, that is good. Has a shot! They've got to be quick to recover this.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
Oh, easy pickings there.
That's positional goal, the utilisation of space.
And the first half is done. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancel each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings.
Signore e signori,
And we are up to the break.
Inter ended that first half in such a strong fashion. I think we'll just have to wait and see now if they can rekindle that drive and that determination. It's been great commitment, and that has to be maintained in the second half.
An engrossing half, but we're still... Can he finish? Davis. Well, they could break here.
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
Adriano, and the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Bergomi. Michael. Mbappe! Mbappe! Well, now it's a race for the ball. And it's Davis. We expected better, and so did he.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
He's in plenty of space here. He's picked his way through. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
That has not gone well. Maicon. Lovely pass, but can he get there? That could spell trouble. A lovely bit of skill. Still waiting for the game to take off here, 0-0.
L'affluenza di quest'oggi è di 80.953 spettatori.
Maicon. Bergkamp receives it in a good position here. Tries to pass it through. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Well-timed, excellent interception. Cambiasso. It's a pretty loose pass. Mbappe. Valverde. Decent chance! Well, that is one way to stop him. And this is Messi. He's chosen to go back.
He had nobody else to help out there.
And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Flamengo clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Now it's Mbappe. the most accurate pass. Messi. Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. No breakthrough and well into the second period. It is still anyone's game. He'd have done well to reach that. Here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. That's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Nicely weighted ball.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
He's found a way through. Vinicius Junior. Pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Eto'o. Chance here to counter. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough.
Listen, it may well finish this way because it's been so tight all the way through, but equally, we might still get a moment of magic, a mistake, or a refereeing decision to influence otherwise.
Oh, perfectly measured that. Now, real chance! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Messi is fouled. Messi is standing over this one. Messi! And they've got rid. And it's Kukçu looking for the run. Big chance! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Cambiasso. Bergkamp. Good running, strong and purposeful. Oh, just skips past his man.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
Adriano. Now, can they get him away? No joy this time. And we're done. Frustration, exasperation, vexation, certainly from an attacking perspective. Neither side able to make an impression despite all the huff and puff. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. There is a massive sense of expectation emanating from this part of Milan. The giant arena bearing the name of perhaps the finest player ever to don the famous black and blue jersey. It is simply a gorgeous, gorgeous sight. As you can see, we've already started here. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. What a start. Free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes. Roberto Carlos! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Great defending, strong and determined. The defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Great vision. Adriano, Trian wins the duel this time. It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Eto'o proves just a little bit too strong. And he's there to belt it away. And Dyke, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Now it's Neymar. And it's Schneider. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Nice control. Christian Abbiati in goal today. Just another example of a great Italian stopper. My goodness me, they've produced a few.
They have, and like some of the current crop, he's someone who's starred at the top level since his teens, Peter. Also proved himself to be a symbol of longevity and consistency.
Running strong and purposeful. Quarter of an hour played. That's been intercepted. Eto'o. Well camped. Now it's Eto'o. Oh, that's fabulous. Genuine physical edge about this game. It is quite attritional. Oh, such a clever touch. The movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Bergomi gets across to intercept that. No goals as yet. Looking for a runner. Oh, that's clever. Bergomi. Well, that pass isn't the best. Bergkamp. Oh, can they get him away? Well, that looks a good ball through. Bergkamp is having a shot! Decent strike, kept it fizzing low. Inter Milan with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Roberto Carlos with the short one. That pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. Bergomi. It's Roberto Carlos. Roberto Carlos. Good purposeful running this. He is through here. Tries a shot! It's loose now and they want to get it back. And he's had it nicked away. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Now it's Neymar. Good ball, good take. Schneider. Roberto Carlos. That's an excellent interception. Adriano. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Knocks it into space. That's good vision. And he was quick to react. And that is as far as they're going to go. Maicon. Robertson going full tilt down the left. Looking for options for movement. Neto. And no, he's seen through all of that. Oh, what has happened here? Delivered with swing. This attempts a clearance. Robertson. He's ended up in no man's land. Zanetti. Cambiasso.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
That's a cute ball. Now this could be a chance. He's gone. There's the shot! Now who's going to be first to this? Danger averted for now. Good effort, and it is right on half-time. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Yeah, it's a half that's had a limp finish after a decent start, so the manager has to re-energise and re-enthuse his players to come back out pumped.
An intriguing half, lacking only in goals. The score 0-0.
Attenzione, un cambio.
Here we go again then.
Inter clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
Adriano, very much a man of this moment. He's shifting through the gears here. Cleared without complication. Throw in. And it's Cambiasso.
Yeah, we get to see this more and more. Defenders popping up in these positions. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Neymar. He's a sharp little ball here. Bergkamp. He has found a way through.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Threads one in. Somewhat off target. Zanetti. Neto. And it's Eto. Played back in, played out wide. And he's heaved it away. Passing nice and neat. And Dijk getting this one clear. And Dijk did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. It's a good run down the right. Bissek calmly anticipates.
L'affluenza di quest'oggi è di 80.607 spettatori.
Adriano.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
And it's hoisted clear. It's a loose ball. And he's gone looking for safety.
Attenzione, una sostituzione.
Chooses to go cross-field. Bergkamp. Maicon has it out wide and in space. And that's left him on the seat of his pants. Oh, he's brought him down, and it is a penalty. So a big chance now from 12 yards. And that's going to be a booking.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal there.
Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 10. Viene sostituito con il numero 32.
Formality.
That's a good penalty. Made the keeper commit early and set himself up for quite a comfortable finish.
Inter Milan are in front now, the game's only goal.
Look, you can't deny that it's a blow, but this game is far from unsalvageable. That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
They're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now. Well, there's lots of movement in the box for them to pick out.
That had everyone off their seats. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, the message they're sending out now is pretty loud and clear. Let's grab a second goal and give ourselves an element of comfort.
Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Schneider receives it in a wide position. Number 2 then. And it's been taken short. And it's Maicon. He's tried one! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Well, let's just consider that one a rangefinder, Peter. It certainly wasn't troubling the goalkeeper.
For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Kane, it's a searching pass. Oh, try to... Oh, that's an own goal!
That can happen to anyone. It's truly unlucky for him, but it's just the way it is.
Well, who saw that coming? It has certainly made things interesting.
Look, often chances are hard to come by in these games, so just one mistake could be all it takes to make the difference.
Bergkamp. Danger averted for now. And he thumps it clear. Inter Milan have reclaimed it. Nice looking ball. Bergomi cuts it out.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Inter Milan have got it back and they'll have another go. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal.
He's in plenty of space here. He's picked his way through. Takes a shot! It's anyone's ball now. He's having a go. Oh, the ball's run loose here.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Valverde. No, that was never going to make it.
Ci saranno 5 minuti di recupero.
Just seeing the board now, it's going to be 5 extra minutes. In with the challenge. Zanetti. Now Bergkamp. Cambiasso battling down that right flank. Michael looking to hit the byline here. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. And that is as far as it goes. A good watch, a really good watch. Both sides toiling to try and outthink, outsmart each other. But it wasn't to be, and they're all square. Roberto Carlos. What a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. It really is a sight to behold here as Spotify Camp Nou opens its arms to the Barcelona nation, 100,000 plus in unison. And already we're underway here. Which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, what more can we say, Peter, about Phil Foden? Described as so good and fundamental to his team, and some of the best brains in football have said that. He deserves it. He's got to be one of the most exciting players of his generation. What a talent.
Yeah, the easiest way to make a difference is to score, so no argument there. Eto'o! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Looking to play him in. Great ball, and he's in here. Real shoots! Goal! Barcelona! Barcelona are in front. Not a defender in sight. He had all the time in the world.
Mbappe really can't believe his luck. He was allowed so much room when he should have been boxed in.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Looking for the run. That's good vision. Julio Cesar gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. Eto'o. Zanetti. Bergkamp. Eto'o providing an outlet on that flank. He's shifting through the gears here. He scores! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
And he's managed to get free. And he's quick to get it clear again. Foden. Maicon cuts out the pass. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Alexander-Arnold is the guilty party there. Well, he can't say now that he hasn't been warned.
He just needs to find the control button on his aggression before the ref does it for him, Peter.
Eto'o. Some good work on the right flank here. Now it's Schneider. Schneider showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Bissek concedes a free kick for that. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. Just too high.
Alexander-Arnold has totally shown his greedy streak, and the boss is not happy, I can tell you.
Cambiasso. Eto'o. It's a pretty loose pass. Bergomi cuts it out. Adriano. Foden. Cambiasso. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. That was not gone well. Now it's Eto'o. Oh, that's fabulous.
That's just playing it safe. and simple.
Bergomi gets across to intercept that. Not the most accurate pass. Nice, and he's had it! Great effort, but no way through. Eto'o, who's set up one goal so far. Bergkamp, he has found a way through. Oh, that's a key interception. And this is Adriano. Nicely aimed pass. Knocks it into space. He's found a way through. Shot at goal! Well, now, and the keeper couldn't hold it. It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. This time, surely! He's going for goal! That is decidedly lacking.
Well, it was going to take something a bit special from there, and that wasn't it.
Probing pass. Well, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Michael. Cambiasso. Tries to play it through. Can he latch on to this? Donnarumma.
Habrá 2 minutos de descuento.
Now then, the ball's come loose. Bergomi can get it clear. Zanetti. And Inter now could counter-attack. There's the whistle for half-time. So it's all square. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Inter will be pretty happy with the way they've performed so far. They remain calm after going behind. They were able to raise the intensity, get the equaliser. So this isn't bad at all.
Well, it's been a tight game, but one that's packed with incident and talking points. A decent watch this, and it's 1-1 at half-time. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Inter are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
And he's gone looking for safety.
Might want to be careful there.
Takes the shot! He's done very well to get to that.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And we have our very first corner. Roberto Carlos plays it short. Has a shot! Brilliant! That's another chance! That was probably asking just too much.
Yeah, it didn't come off, but still very good quick thinking on his part.
It's their second corner of the game. He is through here. Cambiasso stood his ground strongly. He's had a shot! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Cambiasso probably should have taken a breath and looked for runners. It helps to put your head up from time to time, Peter.
Brilliant save from Donnarumma! Denied by an instinctive save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
So, third corner of the game. Foden. Barcelona have the chance to go the other way. Maicon, good purposeful running this. And that has been clubbed away. Taken back almost at once. It's Bergkamp. Roberto Carlos.
Las asistencias de partido ascienden a 96.847 espectadores.
Good-looking ball. It's a really well-measured ball. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Oh, it's Bergkamp. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Now, can they get him away? No, that's been intercepted. That's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Bergkamp. And it's Eto'o. Maicon. Alexander-Arnold tries to clear. Bergkamp. Oh, he's got a sight of goal.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And he's gone back with it. It's Bergkamp! Off the post! Guardiola gets good distance on it. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 20. El dorsal 15. El dorsal 5. Hazard. El dorsal 9. El dorsal 2. Serán sustituidos por
Niceties are not part of this approach. This is actually quite aggressive.
El dorsal 13. El dorsal 4. El dorsal 23. Cambio de jugadores.
Eto'o gets it away.
Inter really can't be faulted for their attitude. If they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Well, they've got it back in a hurry. And here's Messi. Oh, not quite on the same wavelength. That's surely a foul. Free kick. He's got away. Eto'o. Picked out brilliantly. Arnautovic just eases him off the ball. Arnautovic was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Rafinha back and defending. Inter Milan desperately searching for the winner here. And that was nowhere near his best. He's ended up in no man's land. And it's Roberto Carlos. Roberto Carlos.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Habrá 3 minutos de descuento.
Now it's Rafinha. Now, the less said about that pass, the better. Van Dijk. That has been cut short. Alexander-Arnold. Kane. And that is that. Decent game of football, that. Intense, intriguing. And both sides, as it turns out, unable to be separated. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Yeah, this looked the most likely outcome, but we've had a...
boys, is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Just joining us, we are already on the way. Jim, which player is best? Goes for a shot! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Julio Cesar trying to keep this in. That pass isn't the best. And it's Lewis. And there's green grass ahead of him. And he's managed to get free. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Bergkamp takes control of it and he's on the move. Schneider proves just a little bit too strong. That's very neat. Robertson, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Looking for a runner. Eto'o.
Oh, really well played.
Eto'o going face-to-face with his great rival. That pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. Vinicius Junior. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Now it's Schneider. Adriano. Ended up in no man's land. Tries from a long way out. Oh, the ball's come loose here. Oh, he's been caught napping. Bruno Fernandes. So it is still 0-0. Schneider. Roberto Carlos. Pinged towards the front line. And the counter is on. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Eto'o. Cambiasso. Adriano, very much a man of this moment. Can he spark a counter here? Chance here to counter. He's had it taken off him. Rodri. Vinicius Junior. Shoots the shoot! A lot of finish! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Bruno Fernandes clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
And we have our very first corner. Vinicius Junior! And he's there to belt it away. To the keeper it goes. Out towards the right wing. Now, can they get him away? Oh, such a clever touch. Neither of these two want to come off second best.
Yet another interesting duel, this.
Bissek wins the duel this time. And it's Schneider. Decent progress down the left. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Running strong and purposeful. Could move up a gear here. Adriano. That is lovely. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Vinicius Junior. Bruno Fernandes. Now it's Eto'o, and they can counter here. He's found the way through. Terrific header. Goal!
Well, players of his stature just live for moments like that. Another really important contribution as we near half-time, and it can make such an impact on each mindset.
They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Look at the manager here, he's absolutely fuming, and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
Inter Milan have fired themselves in front.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Really well taken goal. A quite incredible spell. They are flying. One moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get press from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
And the first half is done. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Inter really did kick on after getting that first goal. Could they have gone another one and killed the game off completely? Possibly. But as long as they can keep up the intensity, maintain the purpose levels, I think they'll get another chance soon enough.
Inter Milan are heading into the break, very happy with how it's gone so far. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. Cambiasso. And it's Schneider. It's Roberto Carlos. Roberto Carlos will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. He's having a shot! And it's hit the woodwork and out! Nicely weighted ball.
That's positional goal, the utilisation of space.
Rutel. He's a shot with the ball, takes a shot! Denied by an instinctive save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Substituição em andamento.
Palmeiras have their second corner now. Now a sudden chance to counter. Zanetti. Schneider. A couple of goals between the sides, and it's still early in the second half. Lewis. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Played through for the wide man. Vinicius Junior, lobbed in behind, somewhat off target. And it's Eto. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. He's in plenty of space here. That should get the job done.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Palmeiras looking to pass their way through. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? That's a simple one for the keeper. Michael. Inter Milan, perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. Schneider. Bruno Fernandes.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Cambiasso. Eto'o. And this is Schneider. Out towards the flank. Lovely bit of skill. Takes a shot! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Roberto Carlos with the short one. He's going for goal! And that's off target.
It's certainly a bold attempt, and there's nothing wrong with that. Shame he didn't work the keeper a bit more, though.
Robertson. Passing is crisp and sharp. And here's Messi. Oh, it's Bergkamp. The most accurate pass. Ball's gone out of play. Lewis. Rodri. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Shot and the shot! Adriano. Michael. Inter Milan have time on their side now, as well as a two-goal lead. It is just about done. Cambiasso. It's a pretty loose pass. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Rutter unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Bruno Fernandes. Oh, well measured. He's picked his way through. Bruno Fernandes delivers. Tries to get it clear. That has not gone well. They're back in possession and ready to go again. And the linked.
Teremos minuto de acréscimo.
Vinicius Junior. Oh, that's a key interception. And time is up. Inter Milan can reflect on a job really well done. Superior tactically, physically and mentally. All round the better side. It turned into a very, very smooth ride. Eto'o taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. Your final thoughts, Jim?
I think we just saw a team winning by playing to their strengths. There was a clear picture of what they set out to do, and the players were determined to deliver it, and they did.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you.
vamos ver no telão uma apresentação especial dos nossos artistas convidados de hoje.